Hello Collective, my name is Cheryl and welcome back to Tarot Readings. Welcome to all of my new and returning subscribers, and thank you to everyone for your continued likes, your shares, for your support of this channel, but most importantly for your support of these messages from Spirit. That being said, wishing everyone a very, very happy Friday. Hoping today finds you well and in good spirits, and looking forward to the weekend ahead. Let's check into the current energy to see if there is any information or advice that Spirit would like to share with us at this time. Spirit, do you have any messages for the collective at this time? Wow. Today we're opening up with the Five of Pentacles, Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Followed by the Knight of Pentacles, more Earth energy. Whoa. Followed by the World card. That's represented by the four fixed signs, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. One more card, please, Spirit. And then we have Piscean energy, the Hangman. Whoa. Someone is... Okay, there's quite a few things happening here, collective, with these first four cards. Five of Pentacles to the Knight of Pentacles, to the World, to the Hangman. Someone is in serious trouble. Someone feels left out. Someone is struggling when it comes to finances because their money has either slowed down completely or it has stopped. And it's because the cycle has been brought to a close with the World card, and they are looking at things from a completely new perspective. I'm also noticing the way that this hangman's head is turned off to the side. I don't know why, I get the feeling as if this individual, thank you Spirit, is being forced to look in a different direction. There it is. Someone, collective, whether it's your past person or whomever it is that you might be thinking about as you listen to this reading, because of their current situation where they've lost money, okay, they feel left out in the cold. They have, looking at this Knight of Pentacles, again, either money has slowed down or it has stopped completely because the cycle in their world has definitively come to an end. And they've been forced to not just take a new perspective, they're being made to look away, to look in a new direction. I'm hearing to look at other options. Interesting. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands, fire energy, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. That asks to be placed underneath the Knight of Pentacles. Someone was reckless with their money. Knight of Pentacles to that Knight of Wands. Someone was... Okay, so the Knight of Wands, as you guys probably know, it is my card of one night stands. But I feel most importantly, it is someone who behaves recklessly and carelessly without thinking about others. It's the individual that will light a fire or several, and while everyone else is trying to pull it out or figure out who started it, this person will stand there with their hands behind their back, claiming that they didn't know what happened. I feel it's this behavior that Spirit is sharing with me, and looking back at this Five of Pentacles, that has caused this individual to not just lose their money, but to also, again, I feel that they've been kicked out of somewhere. I'm looking at the doors of the church. I feel that they've either been locked out or maybe kicked out of the home, a business, however it might resonate for you, because they're short on money. They're short on money because of their actions as a Knight of Wands, but I also feel that they're still very much in that Knight of Wands energy and might be behaving recklessly in order to work themselves out of the current situation that they're in. Because again, wherever they are with this World card, that cycle is over, it's ended, and this individual has to make another choice, has gained a completely new perspective of wherever it is they feel in the aftermath. Interesting, in the aftermath of all of this, because, you know, again, looking at the head of that hangman, his head has been forced with this new perspective. Again, they're being clear with this, to look in another direction. Maybe that direction is still you, collective. I do not know. Maybe this is looking at someone else, but I feel that this is trying to look at other options. Please, wow. Sorry, I went to shuffle and Fool card. Trying to find a new beginning, right? Trying to start again. I heard the word rebirth. This is someone who's trying to start again. This is someone who has pretty much, male or female, lost everything financially. And again, even if they are not completely destitute, money has slowed down in their world. They still feel left out in the cold, but they do acknowledge, I'm hearing, it's because of their behavior, it's because of their choices that led to an end, to a closing of this cycle that now has them in a new perspective, looking in a different direction and still hoping for that new beginning. Show me the Five of Pentacles, please. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? Yeah. We have the Nine of Swords, air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. This person is losing sleep over their financial situation. The fact that, again, I feel that this person could have been kicked out of a home, kicked out of a business. There is anxiety, there is worry here. This person is not sleeping. Okay, I keep getting that. This person is not sleeping. They are so stressed out about their financial situation right now. They are so stressed out about how they are going to move forward, how they are going to create a new cycle for themselves in order for them to have this new beginning with this Fool energy. But I keep hearing they do acknowledge it is because of their crappy behavior why they're in that Nine of Swords and why they're in that Five of Pentacles to begin with. Please show me the World card. What is the World card? Why is the World card here? What cycle has been closed? Can't make it up. We have Scorpionic energy with the Judgment card. They're under judgment. That's what led to the end of this cycle. The Judgment card is clarifying the World card. So for their reckless behavior, for their reckless actions, this person was judged. The cycle was closed, and they have been kicked out of wherever it is that they are right now. And I'm looking at that Five of Pentacles to the Nine of Swords again. This could be physically, as in take your beat and get out. I'm hearing the sound of a door being locked. This could involve a workplace of some kind. But this again is why this individual is also in a Nine of Swords to that Hangman energy. This is, thank you, Spirit. Spirit's explaining the change in perception and why the Hangman's head is looking in a different direction. They've been kicked out of their home. And again, if it's not their home, they've been locked out of a business, or for some in the collective concerning your past person, or again, whomever you're thinking about, it could be both, which is why this Knight of Pentacles is here. Because if they were working with whomever their karmic co-partner was, past tense, was, they've lost money. Again, they've lost money and they're under judgment for that with a Judgment card. Judgment card to the Knight of Pentacles to the World card because of everything that they did. So needing this change in perspective was almost like a kick up the butt for your person of interest, because it forced them to look away, to recognize that now that this cycle is definitively closed, they have no option but to attempt to move forward and to just hope for a clean slate, hope for a new beginning. Yeah, potentially with you. I've got the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I knew that was coming. asked to be placed underneath the Nine of Swords. You are still very much the person of interest to this individual because they are being judged, as I said, for their toxic behavior, for their wrong. No, I'm not going to say wrong choices. Everyone has free will. Okay? Everyone has free will. The devil is Capricorn energy, by the way, earth energy. Now, someone in the comments, they went and deleted it after I responded to them, really came at me, calling me and other tarot readers liars because I used the word duplicity or duality. The duality card came forward in the last reading. Now, again, I always hope that I explain things to the best of my ability, but this person and whoever they are, they did attack me because they claimed that by saying this person suffered from duality, I was also saying, you know, you're not acknowledging that the individual can be nice and pleasant. And it was really clear reading the comment what was going on with this person and that the message resonated with them. Okay, I do see a lot of that sometimes, and for the most part I let it go, but you don't get away with calling me a liar. You don't get away with disparaging other tarot readers. I don't know what other tarot readers are saying. I really don't. But calling me a liar, being that bold about it, and then when I respectfully answer you back, you delete your comment, particularly if you're watching now, tells me a lot about how these readings are affecting you and where you are. Duality exists in everything, especially in human beings, right? Light and dark, sun and moon, good and evil, black and white, salt and pepper. But duality also comes with free will. So if within your duality you choose to cheat on someone, then you're exercising what I would say is a negative aspect of your dual nature, right? You're showing that there is another aspect to you that maybe isn't as faithful as someone might be portraying themselves when they're off doing things in the shadows. But all of that is part of duality, right? Which is why it's important that if you recognize that you make a free will choice that actually hurts someone or people, Spirit, God, gives us the ability to balance it out. Duality with the light. So the argument didn't make sense because it's all about how you choose to exercise your free will. You can choose not to go into a bank and rob that bank, to, I don't know, maybe go and spend the money on clothes, booze, drugs, right? Or you can choose to not rob that bank, go out and get a job, work, and build yourself in a different way. I know it's an extreme example, I'm pulling it out the top of my head, but duality is duality, yin and yang, is in us, is in everything. But again, it is up to us about how we choose to exercise our own duality. This individual chose devil energy, let me be clear, to exercise their duality. For me, this energy is someone who was toxic, who was manipulative, who was obsessive, who had deviant sexual tendencies, and who used and exercised those energies in and around others, for which they are now under judgment for. So I do want to make it clear, did want to make it clear why duality, right? Yes, there's good and bad, there's light and dark, but duality comes with free will. You get to choose how you get to exercise your God-given right to behave. And if you choose to hurt someone, or if you choose to love someone, you're exercising different parts of the dualistic nature being expressed in two equally different ways. I really, really hope that makes sense. Okay, I didn't want to go off on a little tangent about that, but you know, this is, I'm hearing again very clearly, the most prominent thing that this person is being outed for. This is why they are under judgment with that Devil card to the Knight of Wands, and why it's affected their money, their status, right? Because I also feel that if they were a King of Pentacles, male or female, they've actually been downgraded to that Knight of Pentacles because of this Five of Pentacles energy, where they found themselves kicked out of a home, left out in the cold, struggling financially, in a place of anxiety, and also feeling mentally stuck, unaware of what to do, with a different perspective, hoping for a new beginning that they're hoping will take them away from all of the turmoil that they're attempting to leave within this World card, that they have been forced. I don't even think this person wanted to go. They've been forced to say goodbye to. And again, I think the biggest kicker for this person, they know it was because of their own actions that they were judged, that a decision was made, and why they're in the position that they're in. And I can't make it up. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the Six of Pentacles. They were called out for oversharing. That's to be placed underneath the Knight of Wands. So your person of interest, your past person, who, however this resonates for you, they were called out, as we know from the other readings, for all of the karmic things, attachments, lies, and deceit that they spread about you, and how they corralled other energies to come in on this, on you, for no good reason other than to gain status, other than to gain clout, some type of power or control over your life. And today, so this person's been shut out. Someone has been kicked out of a home. And again, if it's not a physical, get the hell out of my house or get the hell out of my business, it's definitely happened on a mental and on an emotional level. Yeah, bottom of the deck again, we got the Two of Wands. Should I stay or should I go? Right? Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I go now? If I go, there will be trouble, right? But if this person stays, there's going to be double. Wow, I love the clash. That fit perfectly. So this is why this person is stuck too. Hangman energy to the Fool, to the Two of Wands. Like, collective, I am telling you again, you dodged a bullet with this individual, because the karma that they are moving through right now is unbelievable. It is unreal. I don't even know, like, where to even go from here, because I do not feel this energy changing for this individual anytime soon. I'm just going to be honest with you. The energy for this individual is not going to change anytime soon. Is there anything else that the collective needs to be aware of surrounding the energy today? What did I tell you? Got the Knight of Swords, more air energy. It's nothing but quarreling and fighting. News keeps coming in, right? It's another knight, the Knight of Swords. So I also feel, again, you know, we know that there are multiple energies that have been involved with this karmic co-person, this karmic past person. It's just been a mess. But looking at these three knights, I also feel, again, these are three separate energies that are manifesting themselves here in this reading, and they're all coming in as knights, not kings, not queens, as knights. So I feel for some of you in the collective, you could have been dealing with some very, very immature and childish energies, not just your past person, but in general. You were dealing with a group of people, a family, a community. Again, it could be a workplace where again, it's all nights. No one here is thinking rationally. No one here is behaving logically. Everyone here, and notice even how I'm speaking, I feel like we keep switching energies because there are so many different people that are involved in this. So these 3 nights, they're all distorted versions, thank you Spirit, of kings and queens. Make that make sense? They're all distorted versions of the individuals that at one time were trying to make your life hell. And it could be these 3 energies that also cast some type of judgment with this judgment card on your person of interest, which is why they're in this 8 of Swords to the 9 of Swords. Wow. This could also be 3 energies that your person of interest was sleeping with. Devil energy to the Knight of Swords, to the Knight of Pentacles, to the Knight of Wands. But it feels like your person of interest was everywhere. Everywhere and with everyone, making promises that they couldn't keep. And I just heard cashing checks that were bouncing every single place that they went. Everything for this individual was dependent on you and on whomever else that they surrounded themselves with. These individuals did nothing for themselves. Nothing for themselves. Just like your person of interest. Because they were so busy milking and siphoning the energy from you and the multitude of different people that they attach themselves to. Is there anything else the collective needs to know? Wow. So we have the 3 of Swords here. Again, I can't make it up. Rupture, separation, sorrow, and grief. Okay, because we know there is a breakup. We know there is unhappiness. We know that there is grief. So I'm going to pull out the wisdom of the oracle. I'm also hearing there is a lot looking at, and it came in alongside the Knight of Swords. Whatever news this Knight of Swords is bringing to people, it's causing arguments and it's causing a lot of pain and it's causing a lot of heartache surrounding your person of interest, and again surrounding all of the other people that are involved. Because even though your past person may have closed out a cycle on, I don't even know whether there was love involved wherever they were. Because I do feel this person has been told to like hit the road. There's just pain, anger, and anguish now. Because everything has come to an end. 3 of Swords to the World card, to the Judgment card, to the Devil energy, to the 5 of Pentacles, the 9 of Swords, and the 8 of Swords. Everything has come to an end. And it feels as if your past person has absolutely nothing to show for it, looking at that Knight of Pentacles to the 5 of Pentacles. Wisdom of the Oracle. Is there any other information that you feel the collective should be aware of? Whoa. Happy, happy, happy has come in in reverse. In reverse for your person of interest. They asked me to place it above the Hangman. So, you know, for me, that is another confirmation that even though this individual is in the Hangman energy, his or her head has been forced to look in another direction, to hopefully find a new beginning with this Fool card, if they are able to leave fully the situation that they're currently in and make their way either towards you or wherever it is they feel that they might have a place to start again within that 2 of Wands. Because I'm hearing they're not welcome where they are right now. They are not welcome where they are right now. Not by their previous partner, and definitely not by all the people that they involved in all of their shenanigans. Yeah. Right now they're finding themselves going round and around and around with the same issues. Right? Because they're being challenged on everything, and also trying to figure out again what their next course of options should be, if they have any options, right? Your person of interest is completely stuck in their head, 9 of Swords to the 8 of Swords, stuck and potentially without a solid home right now as to what to do, where to go, and whether they'll be able to accomplish that with you. But again, I think we know the answer to that. 3 of Swords to that reverse happy, happy, happy. That's not going to happen. Because collective, you closed out that cycle a long, long time ago. And I know from your comments, from your messages, from the private readings, that you have absolutely no intention of going back. Look at this. Let me make sure it's the right side up, because at the bottom of the deck, collective, as if Spirit is affirming everything, confirming everything for you, we've got not for you. You know that this person is not for you, okay? You know that, I feel that some of you maybe even intuitively feel that this person is in trouble. We've got the tribe in reverse, right? That could relate, again, to a family, to a business, to a home, because this person needs a leg up financially to Treasure Island, because whatever it is that they thought that they were building, or that they tried to build with the karmic co-partner, those towers have come falling down and is no more. 3 of Swords to the 5 of Pentacles. And again, you know, Spirit is confirming that if somehow this energy does make its way back to you, you already know it's not for you. But I'm going to tell you, collective, I feel that this person knows that too. So I'm going to leave the reading here. I hope this reading resonated for you and brought some clarity, some wisdom, maybe even some hope to your situation. And if this reading did not resonate with you, then thank you so much for sticking through until the very end. I truly appreciate everyone's presence. Continue to have a wonderful Friday. I really hope that you are looking forward to walking into the weekend. Again, if you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do so through the link on the community page. You can also become a member. But I'm truly appreciative for your support. And saying that, have a wonderful, wonderful day and stay blessed. Take care, everyone. See you soon.